of over number 4 and steered away down to third man. The fielder inside the circle falls away as he makes a save. That looks to be Kadeem Phillip. And the batsman Scurry a single. 22 for 2 then after 4 overs with Kerry Mentor unbeaten on 3 and Marcelin on 7. And Jennings replying with 78. They were on course. They had over 60 runs from the first 6 overs, going into the last 4 needing just over 7th over. And they could not sustain that, and they eventually made 78. Orlando Peters led the charge, 42 from 27, was batting particularly well. But apart from his contribution, there was nothing else to shout about. Javier Spencer had a bad start, 16 runs from the very first over. Kareem Agor was excellent, picked up 1 for 7 from his quarter of 2. Kofi James, 2 for 19 from 2. And there was a wicket ease for Meandre James and Wilden Cornwall Sr. Wilden Cornwall Sr. just rolling back the ears. This ball is just rolled away down to the backward point position by the batsman Marcelin. And there is a single for him. And so the score is now 23 for 2. Wilden Cornwall had 2 overs, 1 for 7. And it was his advent that really put the brakes on. And Jennings lost their way in that game. So, live action now, and this ball is cracked away by Kerry Mentor down to the deep mid-wicket area. Only 1 run for him. The ball operating from that far end is Tassio Allen. Bowling for the Rising Sun Spartans, Tassilo Allen. Bowling medium pace.
Slow medium.
Very slow. So he's in, and this is outside the off stump, but the batsman there not being able to get bat onto ball. He was trying to hit that, and maybe this is to his credit that he's bowling really slow medium, because some batters need the pace onto the ball, pace on the ball to really execute their strokes, and there was none there for the batsman Marcelin. And here is he hitting hard, but straight to the man at long on. And there is only 1 run for him. So a single. This goes on to 24
there might be some
25
spinners,
for 2, correction.
There might be some spinners that actually bowl the ball a little quicker than Allen.
Well, so far, it's working for him, because he has managed to keep the batsman quiet. He's in, and Mentor is going for an elaborate drive at that particular delivery, not being able to make contact. He was trying to hit that one over the top, Kerry Mentor, but the ball was just back of a length, and so he did not get close enough to it. In fact, he did not hit it.
That was a quicker delivery.
So here is Allen into bowl team, and this is a slow delivery. Kerry Mentor giving him the charge, just having to just tap the ball into the onside towards mid-wicket, and Tassilo Allen having to run around to do the honors. So we've had 5 overs completed. Halfway through the innings, they're 26 for 2, All Saints Pythons. They have a lot of work to do. We'll have more from Vincey Boyne and then the voice of Denmore Roberts.
Yes, and the All Saints Pythons are more or less batting themselves into some sort of a hole. I mean, there's still 5 overs left, so there can be an explosion coming on to the back end of the innings. But there's nothing, what would you call it, very penetrative about the Rising Sun Spartans bowling. It's just there and thereabout, and they're putting the ball in the spots and allowing the batsmen to make the mistakes if they are going to make any mistakes.
So it's going to be a start of over number 6. This first delivery struck hard, but straight to the field out at the long off region. Again, just a single. So 1 more to the All Saints total. All Saints Pythons, 27 for 2 is the total. This delivery again worked her way out into the offside field for another run. Another run for
Marcelin
brings Mentor onto strike. and All Saints Pythons. This delivery is there's a misfeel, but I don't think that it'll be enough for them to come back for the second. So just another single to the men from All Saints. 29 for 2 in over number 6. So Rising Sun would be happy so far with the quality of their bowling.
Certainly.
Rooney is the bowler. Walks in and then bowls, but he bowls pretty straight. This one is struck away hard between the fielders. They feel that straightish mid wicket and the field at long on, and it one bounce into the boundary for 4. So a shot of desperation. It almost carried to the fielder out on that boundary from Marcelin. He gets a boundary. So 33 for 2. And a welcome boundary for the All Saints Pythons teams.
Certainly, I almost thought that the fielder was in the play to stretch out his arm and effect a spectacular catch, but it seemed as if he thought that he was not going to make it.
So we watch as this delivery is steered away down to a short third man for a single. Kadeem Phillip is the fielder in that position. One more to the total. It goes up to 34 for 2. And what has really been good for the Rising Sun Spartans is the extras. Extras only 1 so far. So they've not bowled any wide deliveries. There's been no balls. Nothing to help the All Saints team. And excellent. I think their coach, I think he's Abdiel Hughes, who's coaching this side, will be very happy so far. And this delivery is again a delivery straight at the batsman and plays it down onto the pitch for the bowler to field to his own bowling, and there is no run. The end of over number 6 has come up. At the end of it, All Saints Python, they are scoring at a rate of 5.67. They're really going to need to get a motor on from here. The total is 34 for 2. Mento on 7, Marcelin on 15.
Certainly, yes, they're going to have to pick up the scoring rate, but we must commend the bowlers for the Spartans. They've been very disciplined, as you alluded to earlier. Just one extra, that extra being a leg by, I think, of the pads. So you can almost imagine that most of the other games we've seen, the bowlers have given away the odd wide, the odd no ball, and as you know, in this tournament, that's 4 runs. So they have restricted the free runs that they're giving to the teams and allowing the batsmen, or giving the batsmen the option of trying to score those runs, put the runs on the board instead of getting the free runs. Because what we've recognized, when you get those free runs, it relieves the batsmen a bit, takes the pressure off of them, and then the bowler himself also trying to overcompensate gives you a bad delivery that ends up going for another 4 or 6 in the over.
So the start of a new over. First delivery struck away into the offside field. Again, just a single. So good ball in this so far. Hodge coming from the other end. He has switched ends, so he's now coming from the southern end. And All Saints Pythons will need to find a way to break the shackle. Hodge is in, and a swing of the bat from Mentor. The ball didn't go in the direction that we saw him swinging. He was looking to get it more over the mid-wicket region. It took a leading edge and it went carried all the way out to the long-off region, and they're able to sprint back for 2 runs.
Yes, and I think in the last 2 games, Mentor has looked out of sorts. His timing is off. He's just throwing his bat. The last night I commented that he was trying to give an excuse that the edge of his bat was not working properly.
Here is he coming down the track and hitting this one hard, but again, good field placement by the Rising Sun Spartans as this one carried to the fielder down at that long on position, who is pretty wide, and they're able to come through just for another single. 38 for 2 in over number 7. So 38 for 2. Mento is on 10. 16 is Marcelin. And remember that Larry Joseph went off injured as well. So if he remains injured and can't bowl, that's going to be a blow as well for the Pythons. This delivery just missing the stump. It was a full toss, and the batsman Marcelin was looking to force it away into the offside field. Missed it completely. The ball going into the gloves of the wicketkeeper.
Yes, in addition, he was advancing down the pitch. And then once the ball was delivered, he was nowhere to the pitch of the ball to make or play the stroke that he was intending to play.
Desperation, because they've not been getting the boundaries. Here is him hitting this one hard over the top of the fielder at that long off position for 6 runs, almost in anger. The batsman, because the delivery before it was a full toss and he missed it completely, and almost in anger he hit that one straight over the top of the fielder, and he picked up himself a boundary. Malik Marcelin.
Yes, and for a moment it looked like the long off fielder felt like he had an opportunity to take a catch, but realized the ball just kept traveling.
The ball is in again, and this time he's steering it backward of point. He's gonna run pretty close to the boundary. The fielder pulls it up just a few meters short of that backward point boundary, and the batsmen were able to come through for 2 runs. So the score has moved on now to 46 for 2 at the end of 7 overs. So 18 deliveries to go in this innings for the All Saints Pythons.
Yeah, after a few dot balls, they ended the over productively. That 6 certainly would have been a very welcome 6 for the All Saints Pythons, and then that 2 that he played away towards the point boundary or third man boundary. He was hoping that he would have raced away to the boundary, but nonetheless he got 2 runs, and those 8 runs at the end of the over they certainly would welcome and hope that they can build some sort of momentum from that.
So we see them just sending off the cap with the COVID-19 protocols. The umpires are not able to take the cap. So he's sent off. Here is Kadeem Phillip, his first delivery. The batsman jumping down the track looking to whip it away in the mid-wicket region. The ball falling away and going into the short backward square position. Just a run. Single. So Mr. Bowen says the beefy looking Kadeem Phillip, formerly of the PIC Insurance Blackhawks, now turning out for Rising Sun Spartans in this tournament. Second delivery is played away into the offside field.
And you certainly can see the influence of the PIC Liberta Blackhawks in the Rising Sun team. There's also Stanley Simon there, and former coach of PIC Insurance Blackhawks, Abdiel Hughes, now in charge of Rising Sun Spartans. So influence. This delivery is struck hard, but again finds the fielder who is out deep on that cover boundary. Just another single. Yes, and I would, if I was Kadeem Phillip, I wouldn't try to bowl Kerry any of those short deliveries outside off stump. You know he likes that shot. You don't want him getting his innings into stride by giving him shots that he certainly likes to play.
We used to say in the PIC Blackhawks, when Kadeem gets to his 4th delivery, it's usually a long hop. And this time it is, and the batsman is coming across and helping it down to the backward square. And they're going to have to run fast, and he's diving in to get back home, and he gets home quickly. The throw was not strong enough, and just as the ball dropped, it took some of the energy off of it and some of the pace, and the batsman was able to dive into his crease and picked up the 2 runs.
Yes, call it the speed of youth. Young Marcelin has shown himself to be quite quick between the wickets, and Kerry Mentor also a very aggressive runner, and they have been from the start running aggressively, and it worked in their favor this time around.
So Marcelin faces up now. Kadeem Phillip left arm around the wicket. Marcelin is backing away, and hitting this one backward of point beautifully for 4. That was a magnificent shot. Just gave himself room, and the ball sat up and asked to be hit, and he spanked it backward of point. The fielder just gave chase to retrieve. 4 runs to Marcelin, 4 runs to the All Saints Pythons, and the total has gone on to 55 for 2 in over number 8.
Yes, and I think the All Saints Pythons team have to give some sort of appreciation for the job that Marcelin has been doing out there. Young Marcelin has been doing out there.
Looks pretty good. Played some wonderful looking shot. Here is he putting Kadeem Phillip under pressure and gets a wide delivery. So, we were saying earlier that the extras was just as 1, but with that wide delivery, it's now gone on to 5:59 for 2, and that's what pressure does. That shot that Marcelin played before is what caused Kadeem Phillip to bowl that wide delivery.
Yes, and I mean, there was no need for that. You just continue bowling, let the batsmen do what they do, and you just keep to what you're doing. Now he has given away 4 free runs.
Phillip is in, and this one again, the batsman is back and hitting it hard, but this time he's going to get the second as the fielder coming in off the boundary. Looks to be Kadeem Henry.
Actually,
who's out
it's
there.
No, Tassilo Allen was the one that
Tassilo Allen.
But the beefy Brunei was not quick enough to cut that ball off, because had he been quick enough, that ball should not have beaten him and gotten into the outfield. It should have been just 1 run, but as you know, sometimes when you're packing on that amount of beef, it tends to limit your mobility.
And the funny thing is that the Rising Sun Spartans team, they're wearing numbers, but on their team sheet, they have no numbers listed. So, our struggle continues up here in the commentary position. We've now been given the one that has the numbers on it. Here's this delivery, full toss, probably should be called a no ball. That one was full and probably above. It was a short delivery, so it was just for a single, and Mentor there gesticulating to the umpire about the height of that one, and wasn't pleased at all. Total goes on to 62 for 2. Allen comes in. He's bowled. Marcelin looking to play and probably playing almost 2 strokes at that delivery. It was that slow. He was playing and then playing again and missing it completely on both occasions, and the ball is crashing into the stumps. He had bowled, and the All Saints team losing another wicket.
Yes, and that delivery, what happened, Marcelin was shaping to play the ball away into the offside. But I think he would have been better served trying to play it away into the onside. The ball was straight, right on middle stump. He hadn't given himself enough room for the shot that he intended to play. And I also believe because the ball was so slow through the air that it had him caught in more than one mind as to which shot he should play, and eventually the indecisiveness caused his demise. But we see a new batsman. It looks like Harry Lal, who is coming out to the middle. Harry Lal, who is Gitish Harry Lal, who is in the middle now. Marcelin would have played a very good hand though. 33 runs he would have contributed to the All Saints total.
Gitish Harry Lal is there, and he's swinging at this delivery. It's in the air. It falls short of the fielder at that mid-wicket boundary, and the batsman was able to come through for a single.
And I think Allen is having the benefit of the slow deliveries, because the batsmen have to put the power, generate the power on those deliveries, and they're not able to carry them, get them away over the boundary.
63 for 3. We're in the 9th over. 3 deliveries to go. This delivery struck away out to the long on region. Kadeem Phillip using his arm and getting the throw all the way down to the wicketkeeper's end from on the long on boundary. So 1 more to the total. Harry Lal is back on strike. As All Saints look to push on. They're on 64. What do you think would be a total of the All Saints team would be targeting at this stage?
I believe they want to get up to at least 80, 85 when they watch what happened in the Spartans innings.
And here is this delivery. The batsman is down on one knee and striking it hard out to backward of square. And it looks to be 4.
4 good looking runs. And I was saying, if you looked at how the Spartans struggled against the PIC Liberta Blackhawks in trying to score 53 runs for victory, the All Saints Pythons would want to fancy their chances if they get up to a score of say 80, 85 runs to see if they could restrict because when we looked at them the other night, the Rising Sun Spartans, their batting did not look to be that strong neither.
So they would be hoping to keep the All Saints total within range. 68 for 3. And this delivery is hitting it in the air out to the long on region. The ball falls before it gets to Kadeem Phillip, and the batsman walks through for a run. The end of the over has come up. At the end of over number 9, the total has gone on to 69 for 3.
Yes, 69 for 3. And the All Saints team would fancy themselves to get, maybe the next 11 runs that will get them to a score of 80, maybe even more. We don't know who will be bowling that final over. Is Stanley Simon would be bowling. His first over was a very efficient over. Only 2 runs scored from that first over. But this is a different stage of the game, and the batsmen will be looking for runs. I just want to say that the crowd that we have here looks encouraging. And if the word gets out a bit more, I believe we will be seeing more and more individuals coming to enjoy these games. People want something to do, get out of the house, and this
it's a holiday night,
yes.
So it will be a good opportunity for them to get out. Simon starts the final over down the leg side, swung and missed, and he's bowled.
Oh.
Well, something happened there because he swung at it down the leg side. So I was looking for the umpire to signal wide, and then I see the umpire raising his finger. So 69 it is now for 4.
That's a very interesting dismissal. Caught behind?
Is it caught? We will see. What happened? Looked as if he's edged it, and yes, a smart catch taken behind the stumps by the wicket keeper. And so that's the end of Harry Lal. All Saints, they are now 69 for 4.
Well, with it pretty, it was a pretty uneventful dismissal. We saw the batsman going across, trying to work it away towards the leg side, but then it seemed like the ball came off the edge, and the keeper effected a smart catch there. And apparently he started to walk even before the umpire was able to raise the finger. So brings out the new batsman. We're not sure who he is yet. Oh yes, Ramjan. Okay. Haran Lal? Is that Sharon Lal?
So here is Stanley Simon into Ramjan, and Ramjan is hitting this one. The ball peels off the outer edge in the air. 2 fielders get close, and they almost had a collision, and the batsmen were able to come back for 2 runs. So 2 to Ramjan to start. He is not going to be a slouch. He's come out and clearly has shown his intent from the first delivery he has faced. So 4 deliveries to go in the inning, 71 for 4.
Yes, the final over, so it's the final countdown, as the song says. And so those guys are will be looking to get as much runs. And we earlier said that 80 runs should be a good total. 4 more deliveries to get those 9 additional runs. Let's see what happens.
So here, Stanley Simon is in, and Ramjan is jumping down the track and missing a delivery outside the line of the off stump. Stanley Simon bowling the ball just on or about outside the line of the off stump, and Ramjan backing away to the leg side to try and hit it. Missed it completely. Mentor has gone down to have a word with him, and Mentor will be disappointed, having only scored 14 runs so far since he's been at the crease. He's really not been able to get the ball away, and Rising Sun can be proud of the way that they've restricted the All Saints team. But then, as we saw when they had their turn with the bat against the PIC Blackhawks, chasing a small total of, what was it, 53?
53, yes.
They really almost made a meal of it. They had a struggle. So All Saints would think that, we could still be in it. Here is Stanley Simon in, and this is a wide delivery outside the line of the off stump. The batsman was looking to go after it. They come through for a run. Wide signal by the umpire. So 5 will be added to the total. It should go up to 76 for 4. And right towards the end, you don't want the bad habits to come in right at the end of your innings. Rising Sun, so far, they've given away only 10 extras. And at one point in their innings, they had just the leg by. That was another mighty appeal as well. Stanley Simon comes in. Mentor is flicking this one backward of square leg for 6 runs. So coming across the stumps and just clipping the ball cleanly, and it sailed over the backward square boundary. 6 runs. The score's gone on to 82 for 4.
Yes, and that's about the best shot that Mentor has played all night. But he got good bat on it, and the timing was good. It was flat. However, the fielder running around from square leg was not able to get around in time to even try to save it from going for 6 runs, or much less make a catch of it. 2
deliveries to go. Mentor would want to continue in the same fashion. They've gotten past 80, so maybe now he will be targeting probably even to top the Blackhawks score of 90 that they made in their match. Here is he hitting this one high in the air. It's peeling off the outer portion of the bat. It drops safely down to a third man position. Kadeem Phillip was coming back, and the batsmen are running back for the 3rd run. So 3 runs, and it actually was the final ball of the innings. So 3 runs to end the inning. The innings has ended on 85 ending their innings.
Yes, so they got up actually 5 runs higher than we said they might be targeting. And I'm thinking that they would feel somewhat comfortable with that score. Again, having the score on the board, you still have to go out and attack to get it back.
Also is in the attack for the All Saints Python. So they have good bowling stock, and it's going to take some getting from the Rising Sun Spartans. They're going to have to come from the get-go and, like Jennings, look to put the All Saints Pythons bowlers on the
back
pressure.
foot. Yes, and as you said, you spoke about the bowling attack of the All Saints team, but also you have to couple that with the batting of the Rising Sun Spartans, and they probably will be depending on one or two key persons to score their runs for them, and if that person can get off and score those runs, get them into a winning position, they'll be fancying their chances of a victory in this game.
So we'll wait for of the Rising Sun Spartans. 85 for 4. Mento ending on 23. Ramjan on 2. We'll rejoin you when the Rising Sun Spartans will reply in pursuit of 85 of 10 overs.
reply. They need it. And the first delivery comes in from Ramjan, left arm spinner, and it's defensively played. And so there is no run off the very first delivery of the innings. Ramjan bowling from the far end, right, left arm over the wicket is in, and ball is tugged away towards the forward square leg position, and they run through for a single. So Rising Sun Spartans off the mark in pursuit of 86. They are 1 for no wicket. The two openers, Wills and Tassilo Allen, opening the batting for the Rising Sun side. Alongside me is Zorrel Bartley. Good evening, Zorrel.
85, target of 86, 8.6 and over. I'm sure Rising Sun would fancy themselves, but I'm sure just like the previous game, Liberty All Saints would realize that a few tight overs can really put.
Tassilo Allen is in strike, and he pushes the ball into the offside, and they go for the quick single. Good response by his opening partner, Dylan Wills. And so Spartans are now 2 for no wicket. Target 86. All Saints Titans having made 85 for 4. Malik Marcelin made 33, and Kerry Mentor, the captain, was unbeaten on 23. As we watch Ramjan with his left arm spin, and this is tugged away down to backward square and has gone away for 4. The left-handed Mills playing that one well. The ball angled into him with the left arm spin up, bowling to the left-hander, and he obligingly pulled it hard down to the backward square position for 4. The first boundary of the innings, they're 6 for no wicket. 2 balls left in the first over.
Certainly the field wasn't set for that because there are 2 men inside the circle. One at forward square, mid-wicket area, and the other man at a short finded. And the other 2 men on the inside at a straight mid-wicket boundary and a man at long on. So Ramjan would feel that he let himself down on that occasion. But Wills it was who certainly helped himself to 4.
Ramjan will be looking for a better line and maybe an adjustment of the length as well, as he comes in to bowl to Wills, and Wills is defending, just opens the face of the bat and runs it down to short third man. There is a single for him, and so the score is 7 for no wicket. They are quite businesslike in their approach towards this target. 7 runs coming from the first 5 deliveries. So they're asking really just a fraction over 8. Here is Ramjan. He is opted to go around the wicket as the right-handed Allen comes into strike, and Allen is slashing at this one. It goes aerially down to third man. The fielder is in pursuit from inside the 30-yard circle, and his right-handed return is not particularly accurate, and the keeper cannot gather, and they manage to steal an overthrow. So, good run in between the wickets, 10 of the first over. And so it's a good start by Rising Sun Spartans. They need 86 to win the match, 10 for no wicket, 1 over bowled by Ramjan.
Rising Sun will certainly be the happier team after the first over. They managed to pick up 10 runs. Ramjan will be disappointed in that he's normally a very tight bowler, bowls not a lot of turn, but between wicket and wicket. And he'll be disappointed with that short delivery that went for 4. I think the last delivery summed up the over for the All Saints team. And not a strong return, wasn't gathered by the wicketkeeper, but the sharp Wills and Allen, both batsmen were looking for the extra run and picked up, they turned 2 runs into 3. So, really good on the part of the Rising Sun Spartans.
The running between the wickets has been quite good, and noticeably good since the over began. And so that has in a large way contributed to the fact that they're 10 for no wicket after 1 over. So Wills is on 6. Allen is the man on strike now as the second over is about to begin. He's on 4. Kerry Mentor will start the attack from this. They comment pace.
Mentor, that slinging action is going to be right down. Full length.
push the score to 14. Andrew is the keeper. Here is and this strike. He remains on 10. And the score 21 for no wicket. One ball left in over number 2. Kerry Mentor rushes in to bowl to him and he's driving. The ball just goes towards the base of the stumps. And the wicket keeper there, Andrew, just looking to on-arm the ball onto the stumps, not being able to succeed. And they managed to get through with the scrambled bye. So 22 for no wicket, 2 overs gone. 11 to Wills. In fact, he had a single from that. He had bat onto that one and added 1 set.
Everything seems to be going the way of the Rising Sun Spartans in this run chase. They're now 22 off 2 overs. But just even the way the wicketkeeper would have missed that run out, which seemed to be a fairly straight one. Didn't even hit the stump. But again, sharp running between Wills and Allen. They've certainly turned 2s into 3s. They've done that on 2 occasions. They've hustled quick singles. And I think at this stage of the game, the All Saints team would be very much concerned that at least they have not made any inroads, but at the same time, they've not been able to slow the run rate. The run rate as it is. 22 from 2 overs, I'm sure the Spartans will be very pleased at this stage.
The running has been exemplary, and I think it's the best running between the wickets we've seen since the start of the competition. It's really been good. Both batsmen responding well, and so that is, as you said, in a large way responsible for the 22 from 2 overs. Outside the off stump at the start of the 3rd over, and a slash offered by the left-handed Dylan Wills, and he doesn't make contact.
Again, some strange field set in here by Mentor.
So ball outside the line of the off stump, and the batsman doesn't play. He was looking for the umpire to call wide, but he was certainly within that guideline, and so the umpire remained unmoved. Here is a ball which is driven down the ground, and the ball goes down towards the long on position. Is it Dimitri Lucas bowling? Yes, Dimitri Lucas bowling spin, And the ball returned from that long on position, and the score has gone on to 23. 23 for no wicket, 12 to Wills, and Allen on 7 comes into strike. This is over number 3 in progress. The target is 86 as Lucas. Right arm looks to be bowling off breaks and stayed away down to the backward point area. Fielder at short third man having to come around, and the batsman go for an easy single. It's now 24 for no wicket.
Yeah, when Will was on strike earlier in the over, I did mention a strange field because there are 3 men on the boundary on the onside, but they're all forward of square. The only man behind square is short fine leg.
This is down to third man, and it will perhaps beat the fielder. Yes, it does. So it was a slash. It took the edge and went wide of the third man fielder within the 30-yard circle, and he gave spirited chase, but the ball beat him for 4. So the runs flowing, continuing to flow. The score has rushed on to 28 for no wicket. 1 ball left in over number 3.
Yeah, another 4 there to the Spartans, certainly picking up the scoring rate and keeping the momentum going. 28 with 1 delivery left in the 3rd over. So definitely ahead of the run rate at this stage.
Dimitri Lucas is in to bowl to Wells down the leg side, called wide, and he kicks up the air because he knew this was moved on to, and that was down the leg side. Well above the asking rate for the Spartans team.
And this game is shaping up just like the first game, where the target then was 91. The target now is 86. With a couple of wickets, can put some pressure back on the batting team. So Spartans hopefully would have learned from that game, but also all Saints, hopefully they would have seen how the Black Panthers hung in there. Even at the time, picked up wickets and in the end came out victorious.
So we're going to see more spin because bowling from the commentary box end, the northern end of the Josiah will pick up the attack. So Kadeem Josiah, and he will bowl to the left-handed Wills, Dylan Wills. They're scoring 33 for no wicket. They need 86 to win, with All Saints Pythons having made 85 for 4. So here is away down towards the mid-wicket area. They sprint back for the second. No wicket, and Dylan Wills goes on to 19. 8 is Tassilo Allen, and here is Kadeem Josiah, and the ball is played away and into the onside. There was Wills looking for a single. He had to go back into his crease because danger was lurking. The bowler was quickly onto the ball, and he fired it towards the base of the stumps to wicketkeeper Andrew. So he got back in time. Looks now to face the spin of Kadeem Josiah. And ball is working. We have had 3 balls bowled in over number 4. So halfway through the 4th over of the innings, So Kerry Mentor made 23. Malik Marcelin had 33. Mentor was unbeaten in the All Saints innings. Here is Karim Josiah bowling over the wicket as the right-hander. Allen comes in to strike and he strokes it down to the deep cover position for a single. Score pushes on here. It's now 37. And Stanley Simon had in terms of runs needed, they need 38 from 6.1. Outside.
Not to give wides away. At the same time, they'd want to.
There was it's looking to complete it. Pull, and the ball goes off to the short fine leg position and the batsman go through for what the umpire will know. There's no signal, so they was back onto that one.
I think unfortunately for his team, he blocked that because it was hanging down on that side for a while, which would have been 4. Caught up with it and blocked it and only picked up 6.
Hitesh Hamlin is the ball in operation, and this ball is swung away down to backward square 4 runs. The fielder inside the fine leg, inside the circle at short fine leg could not get around. Neither was the one at backward square on the boundary, and it had gone away for 4. So the runs are again flowing for Rydenson Spartans 45 over.
That's what all Saints can afford. Given that we're boundary at this stage, I picked up a wicket by the 1 or 2 early over. Subsequent to that, they were only singles. But to give away that 4 would certainly not score enough as well with what Spartans.
So Charles getting a boundary, he's swinging this one down to the backward square position. This time the fielder can get to the ball, and the return is a high punt with Ricky Andrew. And the back up in the offside. So Charles has come up and he is quite easy. Charles, he is quickly on to 6. It's still on 46 for 1. And this is over on the 5-minute progress. So 1 ball left. And Hitesh Hamlin is in, and the batsman is forward involuntarily, gets it down to the short finding position, and they go for the quick single. The return coming quickly over the top of the Sons Andrew, but the batsman there responding well. That was Ali. So we have 5 overs completed. The target is 86, get 47 for 1, with Charles on 6 and 12 to Ali, more from Strobafi, and then 8 p.m. It will be 10 more hours.
I think we also see the walk away from that over. He let hard down getting serious runs. But that is exactly what happened. So it means that the Spartans have maintained the score rate. After 5 overs, they 47. They require another 59 from the 5 overs. A game that they have to win. A game that if they back properly, they should win. Like we saw in the previous game, batsmen can sometimes get carried away and get thinking that they're falling behind, when in fact they're very much in control.
Certainly. And Kadim Josiah is going to continue. His delivery is pulled away out to backward of square 4 runs. So again, no protection for him out there. I think he's bowling leg spin, hence the no protection, but he's just a bit short of a length, and the batsman was quick to rock back and crash that one out to back to the square for 4 runs.
And just to confirm what I hinted early on in Nova, Captain Mentor very wary to put the men behind square for the spinners, and he's been keeping men in front of square. This one was hit behind square, picked up 4 runs, now he has placed the man on the deep square only.
Almost reactive. He was this delivery short of a length, and the batsman had to wait for it. It was a little bit slower, and he worked it into the offside field for a single.
But wrist spinners need encouragement, and you have to support them for that delivery that they give back on. They've seen it at international level, especially right-arm leg spinners. They're the ones who get wickets, even with shorter deliveries, with bad deliveries, especially in the shorter version of the game.
Delivery struck out into the onside field for another single. Kadim Josiah, young spinner coming through. Did you see anything there as well that shows the promise?
Well, once there's youth, there's always something to work with. Enthusiasm. He looks like he's enjoying it.
Looks to have good control to use this delivery, just bubbled up on the outside for a single. One more to the total. It's on now to 54. 54 for 1 and over number 6. So 32 runs required. So rising some Spartans. Very good in the reply so far. But we saw he was just a good delivery from Kadim Josiah. Melvin Charles was trapped on the crease there, beating all ends up, no run. We saw in the earlier game that Jennings got up to 65 for 2 with overs to spare, AC90 and fell short. So, not counting out the All Saints Pythons yet. This delivery is played away on the outside. Joel Andrew couldn't prevent the possibility of a run. The end of the over has come. By the end of it, over number 6. Rising Sun Spartans, they are 55 for 1. 8 is Charles, 18 is Alan.
I don't know good over there from Josiah. I think he's been, quite impressive. He bowls at a good pace, has good control. But that one bad delivery that he bowled, unfortunately, his captain was not supporting him with the type of field that would have allowed him to get away with only conceding 1-1 then. Building his confidence. He went for 4. He's going 2 overs 13. He's not been caught. Good control for most parts. He's asked the batsman a question, not to turn. Very good stop to stop, but good variation. Definitely something there to work with young Josiah.
So, young Josiah, and what I liked about this tournament, Zora, and COVID has probably been a blessing for that, is that all the teams, with the absence of players from outside of Antigua and Barbuda, have had to showcase their youngsters and giving them an opportunity to play, and I like that very much. Harry Allen is going to continue. His first delivery is played away to the offside field for a single.
And if you look across the sporting fraternity, we want to hope that a similar thing can happen in football. But in this scenario, that's quite a few young players, players who are probably playing cricket. Have an interest in it. And it's good to see them come through.
We've seen some talent coming through. Marcelin earlier, Joel Andrew, the wicketkeeper, looks to be a pretty good player too. We've seen Pollard for the combined schoolies. This delivery played away into the offside field. Norman William Cornwall Jr., Brett Joseph, and Leandre James. From the Blackhawks.
Yes, sorry, Leandre James is the young man. I trying to remember the name. I got that song. Good, young, tall, fast ball.
This delivery crashed away. That's what the point is going to be for. He was looking to go elsewhere, raised his head and just flashed the bat at it. Lots of bat went onto that one, and the ball raced down to the backward point boundary, and there's 4 runs. And that boundary was not protected. Harrigan looking quite upset with his captain because he was pointing that he probably wanted some protection on that backward point boundary. Nobody was there. The ball beat the infield and went into the boundary for 4.
Yeah, I don't think that Captain Benjo has done the ambulance correction all this evening. Sometimes the field is straightened and when it should be square. And we saw bowler field right down.
Harry Lal is in and the ball beating the batsman and coming through. He was jumping down the track. The ball beat him and no damage done in the end. The total remains on 61 for 1, so means that we need another 35 runs for victory. Harrilan is in, and this one is worked up on the other side. The batsman will get an easy single. Harrilan brings his own bowling. One more to him. 62 for 1. Harrilan will continue, left arm around the wicket, and this delivery, the batsman is looking to force it away on the offside, can't score. Ball falls out of the gloves of the keeper, Joel Andrew, and the end of the over has come up. 62 for 1 is the total.
Identical score to previous game we saw. Jeremy was 62 for 2 after 7. Chasing 5 runs less. So it is 24 runs and needed with 18 deliveries to go. If the Spartans batsmen back properly, nothing wrong, pick up the singles, look for the back balls, they should get more easy. If they feel mentally that they are under pressure and start to try things to get extravagant, then they So let's see how it goes. Let's see if we have a repeat on the first game, or if Spartans will have learned from the first game.
This is going to be an important over coming up here. Over number 8. Because if this is a tight over, it could spark a little bit of panic in the batting. First delivery is sliding down the leg side, signal wide by the umpire. That's going to come right across the stump, so we'll allow that one to go through to the umpires. Scorers, umpire signaling, not seeing the response from the scorer, so he hasn't had that. Just had to wait. Outside the off stump, this one is steered away down to a short third man for a single. So 5 runs from 2 deliveries so far.
Certainly taking the pressure off the batsman with that 4 wide from the first delivery. So after 1 lead delivery, 5 runs that would have come from the over so far.
Dimitri Lucas. This delivery. He struck away beautifully through extra cover for 4. That was a good looking shot there from the batsman. It was pitched up to him and just leaned on it and hit it hard through extra cover and picked up 4 runs.
Good shot here. 4 runs really putting the pressure on the All-States team here. Spartans putting themselves in the ascendant.
This delivery.
Okay, I don't do it.
So we're watching as this delivery is flicked away out into the leg side, out to backward of square. There's a fielder on the boundary and they come through for a single. So the total is on to 74 for 1. 74 for 1 in over number 8. Delivery outside the line of the off stump. Quicker delivery from the bowler in Lucas, and the batsman can't score. The end of the over has come up. At the end of 8 overs, 74 for 1, which means that they need another 12 runs for victory from 12 deliveries.
I think Alan has played well. Looks an elegant player. Certainly that shot through the outside over extra cover was a really good shot. He got to the pitch of it and decided he was going to lift it, but he went through the line. Also, we saw him play a couple of flick shots, really strong of wrist and getting the ball to back of the square in a quick manner. So he has led the team here this evening. He's 26 not out. They require 12 runs from 12 balls. It is all for them to play sensibly and win the game for their team.
So 12 deliveries to get 12 runs. They can almost walk home because they've only lost that 1 wicket. And so Rising Sun Spartans looking to probably get home in a canter. And they've really outplayed the All Saints, the All Saints Pythons this evening so far. And like you've said, Captain Kerry Mentor, you see him, just the way that he's marshalling the field now, still almost not having it right. We see fielders here running back and forth and he's moving people around, maybe just to put off the batsman. But Allen and Charles will have other ideas as the bowler starts and stops. Rodney Williams. I'm surprised that he's only coming on now. But his first delivery struck away backward of square, and he should run into the boundary for 40. Does. Was a full toss from Rodney Williams, and the batsman just flicking it past the fielder at short backward square, and it ran down to the boundary for 4.
Yeah, I think this game looks over by the shouting. 8 runs to go from 11 deliveries. Unless they're a clatter of wickets, that should put the Rising Sun Spartans under pressure. We should see Rising Sun going away with this one. They played well, as I said, Alan. Again, delivery angling down the left side. Get it.
All along the ball struck from him, was pitched up to him. Have the throw back to the wicket keeper's end, and they came through for a run. getting this one in the air. The fielder is running back and the ball falls safely, and they come back for the second run, and that should do it for the Rising Sun Spartans, winning this match, getting to 86 for 2 with 4 deliveries remaining. Kadeem Phillip hitting the ball in the air. There was an opportunity for the fielder to run back to try and make a catch of it. The ball fell safely, and in the end, Rising Sun Spartans were able to get over the line, 86 for 2 with 4 deliveries remaining.
Congratulations to the young man, Allen. I think he batted well, carried his team to victory. The Spartans would have won their second game. I think they had one game that was rained out. So they've certainly done the right things. They'll be looking forward to the rest of this tournament. A team from around the St. John's area, but players coming from all over, almost like a pickup team. But they've done well here this evening. They defeated the All Saints team, and along with the Blackhawks, who earlier beat the Jennings team, those would have been the 2 victorious teams this evening. So once again, for those who have joined us, thank you very much for sticking with us, for enjoying the ABCA 10 Splash, a new tournament which has certainly caught the attention of everyone post-COVID. Congratulations to the Spartans.
So congratulations to the Rising Sun Spartans, winning by 8 wickets with 4 deliveries to go, getting to 86 for 2 in response to the 85 made by the All Saints Titans. The Rising Sun Spartans getting home for victory. We'll be back again with more coverage of this tournament when it continues on Friday evening here at the Sir Vivian Richards Cricket Stadium. And of course, we'll be bringing you the matches live on the ABCA cricket stream on Facebook and on YouTube. So I want to say thank you very much to Jack Matthew, Vincy Bowen, Zorel Bartley, who did commentary with us this evening. Also thank you to our scorers and camera operators, Denmo Roberts, saying have a great evening. See you again on Friday.